Hello everyone, welcome to Only CUET. My name is Deva and I will be teaching business studies. Today we will be discussing about the curriculum that will be a part of CUET exam Business Studies 2025. Now, we will also be discussing about the few topics that have been eliminated from the curriculum, and we will also be discussing about the few of the topics that have been added to your curriculum. Now, moving ahead with the first chapter, that is Nature and Significance of Management, which is the first chapter of CUET, where you have also studied this in 12th standard, where you discussed about the nature of management, if it is considered to be art, science, profession. Then we also discussed about the nature, the objectives, the features of management, and also the levels of management, also discussing the functions of management, which were termed as planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. The first topic will be the concept, objectives, and importance, where the features of management will also be included. Then the nature of management, if management is considered to be a part of science, art, or profession. Then we will also be discussing about the levels of management, which includes the top level management, the middle level management, and the supervisory level of management. Supervisory level of management is also known as the first line managers. Then the functions of management, which we will also be discussing later in the syllabus as complete chapters, which include planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. And the last topic for this chapter would be coordination, where you will be discussing if it is considered to be a separate function of management or is it considered to be the essence of management. Then the next chapter that we will be discussing will be the principles of management. Principles of management is technically divided in two parts, which will give you theories given by Taylor as well as Fayol, where we discussed. Fayol gave 14 principles of management, which were termed as the general principles of management or the administrative principles of management, whereas Taylor, who was termed as the father of scientific management, gave 4 principles and certain techniques that will be used for performing a specific task. And then we will be discussing the meaning, nature, and significance of principles of management, which was also the same that you studied in class 12th. Next, we will be discussing in business environment, chapter number 3. Chapter number 3, business environment, will include its meaning and importance, which will also include the features of business environment. And then the next part would be the dimensions, which includes the PESTEL, which is political, economical, social, technological, and legal dimension. Howsoever, the change that you will be seeing in this chapter is that demonetization, which was a part of your curriculum in the class 12th, has been eliminated from your CUET curriculum. Now, these are the chapters that these are the topics that you will be doing in chapter number 1, 2, 3. Next is planning, where you will be understanding what the meaning of planning is, the features, importance, and limitations, and you will also be discussing the planning process, where the other functions of management will be performed in accordance with the process that will be performed in planning, that is the organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Later on, you will be discussing about the types of plans. Now, when you talk about the types of plans, it includes objective, strategy, policy, procedure, method, rule, budget, and program. But we will also be discussing about the types of plans, which are divided into 2 parts, which includes single-use plans and also the standing plans. Now, we will also be discussing the bifurcation about what all things will be included in single-use plans and the standing plans. Next chapter is organizing, where organizing will include the initiation of implementation of plans. Now, in this chapter, we will be studying about the meaning and the importance, the steps involved in the process of organizing. Then we will be discussing about the organizational structure. Now, the organizational structure is something which includes the framework in which any organization operates, which is divided into 2 parts, functional structure and divisional structure. Functional structure and divisional structure were discussed thoroughly. Now, which includes what exactly divisional structure is. Divisional structure is when you divide the entire organization on the basis of various product lines. For example, let's talk about Reliance Industries. Now, what Reliance Industries does, they have made different companies for different product lines. For example, geo telecommunication, then you can talk about petrochemicals, you talk about textiles, you talk about retail. Each and every product line has a different organization. Whereas when you talk about functional structure, under functional structure, one organization sells the same product line, but it is divided on the basis of functions. What functions do we talk of? Functions like sales and marketing, purchase and production, research and development, finance and accounting, and human resources. This is what functional structure and divisional structures are. Next, we will be discussing about the formal and informal organization. Now, when you talk about formal organization and informal organization, they will be explaining about the internal environment of an organization. How exactly the internal environment is. Is it informal informal, where the people can interact with each other on personal level, whereas if it is going to be formal. Now, this is what the next point will be. Then the most significant topics of this chapter are delegation and decentralization, where you will be discussing about how the task is to be distributed among the employees, how the authority is delegated to the other levels. Now, this is something which we will be studying in the concept of delegation and decentralization. Next, moving ahead, we will be starting with the function of staffing. Now, what exactly staffing deals with? Staffing is that function of management where you obtain, you procure and you maintain satisfactory workforce, ensuring that the employees obtain and the employees are obtained and they run or they are in the organization for a longer period of time. फिर उसके बाद आता है इसमें जो जो टॉपिक्स आएंगे, दैट इज मीनिंग, नीड, इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ स्टाफिंग. देन स्टाफिंग इज अ पार्ट ऑफ HRM which also includes human resource departments, the activities which will be performed by the human resource departments. फिर उसके बाद आएगा आप लोगों का staffing process where you will be ensuring कि how exactly the employees are to be appointed and how they will be maintained in an organization for a longer span. Then we will be discussing about the recruitment process, what exactly the recruitment is, what exactly are the sources of recruitment are. When you talk about recruitment, so sources or meaning, it means the process of inviting the employees for selecting them, for selecting the best candidate among them. Next is the selection process where you will be discussing about the process और उसके साथ साथ उसका meaning. And last is training and development. When you talk about training and development में आप लोगों के बहुत सारे topics आ जाएंगे जहाँ पे आप लोगों को पढ़ना है उसका need, meaning, methods. Methods are divided in two parts, that is on the job training and off the job training. Under on the job training, you will be discussing on how they will be trained to perform one specific task when they are kept on job, and the other part is when you send them to some other external training centers, that will be a part of the job. Next, the next function of management is directing. Now, under the chapter of directing, many topics which were not a part of your curriculum in 12th standard will be included for your CUET exam. Now, which includes the principles of directing, which was not a part of your 12th curriculum. Next, the supervision, which is an element which has been eliminated over a period of years now in 12th curriculum, but we will be studying for CUET. Next, motivation and importance. Importance of motivation again is not a part of your 12th curriculum, but you'll have to study for your CUET exam. Next will be the leadership. Leadership may be uska importance, which is again not a part of your 12th curriculum, but a part of your CUET exam. And next will be the communication, where you will be understanding the importance of communication, which is again not a part of your 12th curriculum but included in your CUET exam. And then the formal informal communication and the barriers to effective communication. Now, this is something which you will have to study for the directing chapter. Next is controlling. Under the chapter of controlling, the same topics that you have studied for your 12th CBSE exam will be included in the same, and that will include meaning, importance, relationship between planning and controlling, और उसके बाद उसका process. Now, the next chapter is which includes the part B of your business studies. The first is the business finance, which you have studied as financial management in your 12th standard. Now, considering this, firstly you'll have to understand the base of business finance, what exactly business finance is, uska role or objective kya hai financial management ka, where you understood what was the objective of financial management. It was to maximize the shareholders' wealth, and also understood the meaning of financial management, which includes optimal procurement and usage of funds in an organization. Next, we'll be studying financial planning, its meaning and its importance, capital structure, fixed capital requirement, working capital requirement, and the factors affecting them. Now, considering this chapter, the topics of financial decisions, which includes your financing decision, dividend decision, and your investment decision, which is the capital budgeting decisions, have been eliminated from your CUET exam. Now, also considering your 12th, आप लोगों ने उसमें एक चैप्टर पढ़ा था which was by the name of financial markets. Financial markets has also been eliminated from your CUET exam for the year 2025. All right. The next chapter which we just discussed, that financial markets has been eliminated from your curriculum. The next is the marketing. Marketing में भी बहुत सारे ऐसे topics हैं जो आप लोगों के 12th के curriculum में नहीं थे, but they have been included in your CUET exams, which include the role of marketing, which was not a part of your syllabus in 12th, but आप लोगों को यहाँ पे पढ़ना है. Next, आप लोगों को marketing concept में marketing mix पढ़ना है. Difference between marketing and selling. Marketing mix is technically the integrated marketing. Integrated marketing मार्केटिंग इंक्लूड्स व्हाट? इट इंक्लूड्स द 4 P's, ठीक है, जिसमें आप लोगों को पढ़ना है प्रोडक्ट मिक्स, फिजिकल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, प्रमोशन एंड प्राइस मिक्स। प्रोडक्ट मिक्स में एक टॉपिक जो आप लोगों के सालों से सीबीएसई के सिलेबस में एलिमिनेटेड था, दैट वाज नथिंग बट द क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स, जहां पे आप लोग इंडस्ट्रियल प्रोडक्ट्स, सिंगल यूज प्रोडक्ट्स, पेरिशेबल, नॉन पेरिशेबल प्रोडक्ट्स, वो आप लोगों को यहां पे पढ़ना है। नेक्स्ट फिजिकल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में अंडर दिस द फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग the choice of channels of distribution was also eliminated from your 12 CBSE exams, but is a part of your CUET exams. Then the role of physical distribution next is promotion. Promotion में आप लोगों को उसका meaning और role पढ़ना है, promotion mix पढ़ना है, role of advertising, personal selling, objections to advertisements. Again, objections to advertisements and role of advertisement was also eliminated as a part of your 12th CBSE exam, but it is included in your CUET exams. The next is the price mix, जहां पे सिर्फ factors influencing pricing हम लोगों को यही पढ़ना है, which was included as a part of your 12th syllabus. Now, the next is consumer protection. And the consumer protection, वापस major topics जो है, those were something that you studied in already class 12th, but again we will be studying for CUET. That is the importance of consumer protection from the point of view of both, that is the consumer as well as business point of view. The next is consumer rights, consumer responsibilities, ways and means for consumer protection, consumer awareness, legal redressals. Legal redressals मतलब जो relief available है in relation to the Consumer Protection Act, the 3-tier redressal system, and the role of consumer organizations and NGOs, which was the last topic of your curriculum under consumer protection. Howsoever, the new chapter which has been added to your CUET exam 2025 is entrepreneurial development, entrepreneurship development, which includes the concept, the functions, and the need for entrepreneurship development in the entire country. Then the next is entrepreneurship characteristics and the competencies or the capabilities which are needed for a person in order to become an entrepreneur, the process of entrepreneurship, how to exactly start your business, execute them, और उसके बाद आप लोग अपना business किस तरीके से grow कर सकते हो, entrepreneurial values, attitudes and motivation, जिसमें आप लोगों को उसका meaning और concept पढ़ना है. Now, this is something which is a part of your CBSE 12th CUET एंट्रेंस एग्जाम, जहां पे आप लोगों का बिजनेस स्टडीज का हम लोगों ने टॉपिक डिस्कशन देख लिया कि आप लोगों के 12th में क्या क्या इंक्लूडेड था और आप लोगों के CUET में क्या क्या चेंजेस करे गए हैं. नाउ this is something which we will be covering in only CUET. All the topics will be taught in depth, and we'll stop here for now. I hope the topics are very much clear to you. I'll see you in the lectures, and that would be all for now. Thank you.